Well, I finally received my Mecool KM9 today. Now, who says that the United States Post Office does not have a sadistic sense of humor? Because I ordered this, they shipped it on the 21st from China. It arrived in the United States on the 26th of November, and today is December the 10th. Now, on November the 30th, it was actually 10 miles away from me. And then they ended up shipping it to Kansas City. So it's been floating around their system for I don't know how long. Now, one thing they did do, it looks like they put a new label over top of the existing label. I called them 3 different times trying to ask them if they could lasso this box, and the last time they told me, he says, well, just have the seller send you another one. So I was almost ready to give up hope that I would ever receive it. But anyway, it finally come today. Today's December the 10th, and like I say, it was 10 miles away from me on the 30th. So anyway, I'll go ahead and open it up. And surprisingly, the package is still in good shape. I figured with as much travel as it's been through, it would be smashed. So surprisingly, it isn't. Now this is another box that I have no idea why I purchased, except for this one has got a brand new system on a chip from Amlogic. It's the Amlogic S905X2. So it's a brand new system on a chip that they just came out with. Now, they all have 64-bit capability, but I'm not sure if this one actually uses a 64-bit operating system, so we'll find out. So this is it, the Amlogic or Android TV KM9 from Mecool. Okay, there's the box it comes in. It actually comes with a user manual. Now, each generation of these boxes are getting better and better. 4 or 5 years ago, they weren't very good. So anyway, there's the manual. Surprisingly, I'll look at that later. Now here is the box. Comes with a plastic protective sleeve. Says Android TV on it. That's all it says. On the back, lots and lots of vent holes. Now with this new system on a chip, they've got a process now, I think it's 0.014 or 0.012, I'm not sure. But anyway, the heat should not be an issue like some of the other devices. So it's got a lot of things there. There's the serial number, nothing on this side, nothing in the back. You got a USB 3 port, a micro SD card slot, and a USB 2 port. And on the front, here's your power input right there. And I'm assuming it uses a 5-volt 2-amp just like all the other boxes. And here's your HDMI. Now this should be HDMI 2, and it should give us 4K. So, and there is your Ethernet port, and this is your AV port, audio video port. So that's what it looks like. It's very compact and it's not very heavy. So we'll find out. And again, here's the power supply. It looks like all the other boxes that I've got. So I can't read it. I have to use my, yeah, I can read it. It's a 5-volt 2-amp. Yep, 5-volt 2-amp. I like the way they put these bars in line instead of the other way. So they've done that on the last few boxes of power supplies. They finally learned that if you put them this way, it doesn't take up more than one slot in your power supply. Here's the remote. And again, this is the same Bluetooth remote that I've got from the other boxes. So this particular one has got the speaker button up here. Some of them have it here. So But anyway, this is probably a combination Bluetooth and infrared, so it's a very nice remote. And it comes with an HDMI cable. That's it. That's all there is to it. All right, we'll turn it on and see how it does. Okay, I guess we're ready for the first power up. So I'll apply power. Okay, Google, turn on the extension cord.
Sure, turning the extension cord on.
I would imagine the first thing it's going to ask for is to pair this Bluetooth remote. So we will be ready to do that. Okay. So let's hold down the OK button in the center and the minus on the volume. I guess I got to move closer. Oh, I found it. Let's skip that. Well, let's use our phone or computer. Why not? All right, let me go ahead and sign up, then I'll be right back. Okay, we are signed in. Only took a couple minutes. It really didn't take long at all. Okay, that's what it looks like, the Android TV OS. So let's see what we got here. Network. There's 5G, comes in strong. Right now I'm connected with Ethernet. Sound. System sound, surround sound auto. We'll make that one always. Well, anyway, I'll go through these settings later, but about, update, let's see if it's got an update. Okay, latest version, no update. Android version 8.10. Let's see if it automatically assigned the correct time zone. Yep, it sure did. Some of these boxes do and some don't. So that one does. All right, what we're going to do, well, it looks like it's already started to update the apps. Play Store. Okay, looks like it's going to update all those. So let it go ahead and update these files, and then I will come back and show you what they have right from the start. So I'm going to let it go ahead and finish updating. Okay, everything is updated, so I'm going to go ahead and show you what they have natively. Now, this is what comes pre-installed. Sideload launcher, Drm Info, file browser, Google Play Store. AirPin Pro, I will uninstall that. Aptoid, I will use that. Kids, I will uninstall that. I will uninstall that, and I will uninstall that. So these are what comes natively on it. Now the question is, can I uninstall some of those? So if they're a system app, I cannot uninstall them. So let's go and see what we've got. Okay, AirPin, I can uninstall that. Aptoid, okay, I can uninstall that one. Uninstall that one, and I can uninstall that one. So, okay, now YouTube is a native app. Everything here is native. I cannot uninstall those. So if I go all the way down, I know YouTube, Drm Info. They made that a system app. I don't know why. That should be uninstallable. Let's see, live channels. Well, if we go all the way down to YouTube, now I cannot uninstall that. I can force stop, I can disable it, but I cannot uninstall it, so if I want to add a different one. So anyway, that's what we've got. Let's see if there's anything else I need to show you. Sound, not too many options on that. It is surround sound, auto, always and never. Screensaver, clock, when to start, 30 minutes. Okay. Storage, I got 32 gigabyte of storage on here, about. I already showed you that information. Advanced settings, display, screen resolution, 2160, so I have a 4K TV, so that's my resolution. Color depth settings on. I have no idea what this stuff means, so maybe somebody can tell me what it means and if I have an advantage to it. Dolby Vision disabled. Okay, I have no idea if my TV is capable of Dolby Vision. Screen position, HDR to SDR, I have no clue what that means. I have none. SDR to HDR, don't know. Playback settings, don't know what that is. Audio output, digital format, audio format, power disk, okay. So anyway, basically that's what it's got. So I'm going to go ahead and install all of my apps. Now one thing I need to show you too, Drm Info. This is one of my criteria. Now Google Widevine, okay, Google Widevine. Now this is what allows you to have Netflix in HD or 4K. Security level 1. Maximum HDCP level is HDCP 2.2. Now theoretically that should allow Netflix in 4K. So, but the word on the street is that Netflix has killed the ability to play HD Netflix on these Mecool boxes, but I will find out. On my Mecool KM9, I still can play HD 1080p Netflix, so they have not killed it on that box. So anyway, I'll go ahead and install all my apps and see what I got. Now one thing I want to do, I need to find out if it's got a locked bootloader. If it does not have a locked bootloader, then I can install Libre or Core ELEC or something like that, an alternative operating system. Far as whether it's rooted or not rooted, I really don't care, but I can check that also. What else was the main thing? I was going to check the temperature, and I got a all right, before the phone interrupted me, I was saying that I have a Blu-ray, excuse me, not Blu-ray, UHD, a 4K movie. Now, out of all my boxes, the only ones that will play it natively is my Nvidia Shield, that will play it, and my Zedu X9X9SH or whatever the heck it is. Anyway, those are the only two devices out of my dozens of different devices will actually play that UHD movie. So I want to find out if this one can do it. And also, even though I tried to play that 4K movie using my boxes running Libre or Core ELEC, all they would do is reboot the box, so they would not even play it. So that's one of the main things I want to find out, if this box has the power to do that. So, all right, I'll be back when I get everything installed and set up. Well, I've had an opportunity to install my normal apps that I use pretty much on a daily basis, and there is some good news, but mostly bad news. So now I can understand why the post office didn't want to deliver it to me, because they figured I would blame the messenger for this piece of crap. I cannot believe that Mecool put out this piece of garbage. Luckily it was less than $60, but it's not a very good box, especially coming from Mecool. I mean, totally disappointed. But anyway, the HD Home Run, that's the live TV from over the air. It plays very well. So there's no issue there, and it plays with Dolby Digital. So there's no issue with that part.
That's what you call it.
Okay, so that's an HD channel coming over the air, plays well with Dolby Digital. So that works. YouTube. Now YouTube, there again, it plays in 4K without any issues. I think this is a 60 frames per second. Okay, playing very well, and no dropped frames. So this one plays YouTube in 4K without any issues, no drop frames, and 60 frames per second. So YouTube is fine, so no problem there. Kodi. Now Kodi is also good. Now this one, one thing about this box, it gives you Dolby Digital and DTS, but does not give you the HD audio. For instance, now again, this 4K video here, this one will only play on 2 of my devices. So I'm going to pause it right now. But it will only play on 2 of my devices, the Nvidia Shield and my Xidu X9S. So it will only play on those 2 devices. This one, it will play on here, but again, this does not have the HD audio. But it does play it, so that is one good thing about this box. Okay, I'm trying to bring up this menu at the top. It's not going. But anyway, it's an H.265. But it's playing very well, and there's no drop frames, no skip frames, so that's good. So okay, I was trying to bring up the menu, but it did not want to come up. Okay, so Kodi works. Okay, now we're beginning the bad part. MB and Plex, both are the same. They will not play at all. Don't know why, but they won't play. So let's pick a live channel. Now what happens, well, first place, it takes forever to start showing. And then what it does, the picture freezes, the audio continues, but the picture freezes. Okay, right there, the picture's frozen, and the voice is continuing on. So that's the problem with that. So MB will not play on this box, and MB is probably the main player that I use. So this box is worthless for my purpose. And again, Plex does the same identical thing. It will play. It will start to play. You can hear the audio, but the picture freezes. There you go. Picture frozen. The audio is playing. Okay, data. Okay, manufacturer. Manufacturer is VS Video Strong. Model is KM9 Amlogic. And again, this is the Amlogic S905X2, the one they just came out with. It's a 64-bit architecture, but they're only using 32-bit mode, so that's good. I thought they were using 64-bit, but they're not. Display, network. Now, I did not try the Wi-Fi, so I don't know if the Wi-Fi works well or not. I do not know. Now, one thing that if you notice, the temperature is 55 degrees. It did get up to 60 degrees when I was testing some videos. Now one thing here, okay, it is not rooted. But one thing it is, the question that I had, would it have a locked bootloader? And no, it does not. And the reason that I can check that type in reboot. Reboot update. Now if it was a locked bootloader, it would not go into the recovery menu. So right now it is going into the recovery menu, and what that means is if and when they ever put out another operating system, it can be installed on this box. So, but right now, since it's a brand new SoC, Libre or Linux, neither one has a port for it, but because it does not have a locked bootloader, it can be installed on this. So, but anyway, that's what I want to show you. But is it worth the $60 by today's standards? Absolutely not. Is it a waste of money? Yeah. But the issue is where can I hide it? So I got to try to hide it somewhere, and hopefully nobody don't see it. So that's what I want to show you. Thank you.